Hello traders! In this video, I will tell you how to create a futures strategy on the GTAPP platform. However, I want to immediately warn you that I will not show ready-made strategy settings. It is too individual, and I do not want my recommendations to lead to possible losses. Strategy settings are your personal responsibility. In this video, I will focus on the technical aspects of creating a trading strategy. To create a futures trading strategy, you need to go to the My Strategies section and click on the Create Futures Strategy button. Please note that there is informational tooltip or detailed video instructions next to each setting. This information will help you understand in detail what each function is responsible for. So let's get started. First, come up with a name for your strategy. Now, connect an exchange account from those you created earlier. If you haven't created one yet, you need to create it first, fund your trading balance, and then proceed with the setup. Choose a long or short strategy. Select the trading pair. Specify the initial order amount. It can be fixed or expressed as a percentage. If you choose a fixed amount, the strategy will enter the trade with that exact sum. If you choose a percentage, the initial order amount will always be a percentage of the balance on the exchange connected to the strategy. Next, you can set the leverage from 1 to 50, and for the X2 package from 1 to 20. If you need a leverage greater than 50, you will need to contact support, and they will personally enable it for you. However, I would not recommend using very high leverages. The choice is always yours. And here's a little life hack. If you set the leverage to 1, it's the same as trading on the spot market. No risk of liquidation, but with the ability to trade not only with a long strategy, but also with a short one. However, for this approach, you will need a larger trading balance. In the take profit field, you specify the percentage at which your trade will automatically close with a profit. It can range from 0.2% to 200%. Below, there is a trailing take profit toggle. If it is enabled, the trade will not close immediately when the take profit is reached, but will continue to follow the price and close with a higher profit. But be prepared for the fact that sometimes this function may have the opposite effect and close the trade with a smaller profit. Next, you need to choose a trading signal out of 5 possible options. The default option is the automatic trading signal, KDJ signal. In these two signals, you can adjust the time frame from 1 minute to 1 day. It is optimal to use from 15 minutes to 1 hour. The higher the time frame, the fewer trades you will have. The lower the time frame, the more trades you will have, but the accuracy will be lower. TradingView signal. As for TradingView, you can connect absolutely any trading signal from this platform. Standard, paid, or custom. You also have the option of manually entering a trade precisely when you see fit. There is also an immediate start option. In this case, a new trade will open immediately after the closure of the current one. With the trend changer function enabled, your strategy will automatically switch between long and short when the trend of the selected trading pair changes. In this case, I recommend using a higher time frame from 30 minutes to 4 hours. Trend changer operates in 3 modes of your choice. It can simply notify you of a trend change, and you will need to manually switch the strategy or simply take this information into account. Direction auto switch will change the strategy immediately after the current trade is completed. Finally, the immediate switch function will instantly change your strategy and close the current trade. Unfortunately, it may not always result in a profit, so be cautious with this parameter. Next, you need to specify the safety order amount in the same way as the initial order amount. Below that, there's the Martingale ratio toggle. If it's enabled, each subsequent safety order will be multiplied by the coefficient you specify here. Following that is the price deviation for safety orders to trigger setting. If the asset's price moves against you, the first safety order will be triggered when the price deviates by the specified percentage. The next toggle is the Martingale of price deviation to open safety orders. If it's enabled, it works in the same way as the Martingale ratio. Each subsequent safety order will be larger than the previous one. For example, if you have a 3% deviation for the safety order, the next safety order will be 3.6% further, and so on, because the coefficient is set to 1.2 in my case. Next, specify the number of safety orders. Your strategy, your rules, but I recommend not setting too many of them. Ideally, between 3 and 7 safety orders. However, this is highly individual and depends on all the previous parameters. Specify the maximum number of simultaneous safety orders. They can all be set at once or can be set after the previously set safety order is triggered. The next toggle is for stop loss. If it's enabled, When the price deviates against you by the specified percentage, the trade will automatically close with a loss. However, it may preserve the rest of your funds. Whether or not to use this function is your decision. Most of our traders use the DCA, dollar cost averaging strategy, and do not use stop loss. You also need to choose what happens if the trade closes via stop loss. The strategy can either continue or stop. When the stop loss function is enabled, an additional toggle appears called trailing stop loss. If you enable it, the stop loss will move along with the price when it moves in your favor. In such a case, this function will help close the trade with a smaller loss. You need to specify the deviation percentage from 0.1% to 5%. Finally, the last toggle is Open Several Deals and AMP Stop. If it's enabled, the strategy will stop after the specified number of trades. This function can be useful when testing a new strategy. But don't forget to enable the strategy later. After configuring all the parameters you need, you must click on one of the Save or Save and Start Trading buttons. In the first case, you will simply save the settings, and in the second case, you will save and start the strategy. In the Assistant field, the recommended amount for your strategy will be indicated. I would recommend placing an amount greater than the recommended one. You should have a small margin of safety in case the trade goes against you. You can edit your strategy even when a trade is in progress. However, new settings will only take effect after the current trade is completed. I want to remind you once again that there is a tooltip or video guide next to each parameter. Be sure to familiarize yourself with each one, and remember that demo strategies are available, where you can always test your trading ideas without the slightest risk of losing even $1. Do not neglect this opportunity. It's better to spend time testing without risk than to test an idea with the risk of loss. There is a separate video about how demo strategies work. If you encounter any difficulties while using the platform, remember that our support team will help you resolve any technical questions. Thank you for your attention. I hope this information will help you make the right decisions and achieve your financial goals in trading. I recommend watching these videos. They will help you better interact with the GTAPP platform, which in turn will lead to higher profits for you. I also kindly request you to subscribe to our channel and other social networks. You will find links to them in the description of this video.